The Indus Waters Treaty, IWT, is a landmark agreement signed between India and Pakistan in 1960, facilitated by the World Bank, to regulate the sharing of water from the Indus River system. It is considered one of the most successful water-sharing accords globally, even enduring several wars and periods of severe bilateral tensions. After the partition in 1947, the division of the Indus Basin became a severe issue. The rivers traverse both countries, with Pakistan lying downstream and heavily reliant on the flow from the rivers originating in India. Early post-partition disputes over water supply led to Pakistan seeking international support, prompting the World Bank to broker a long negotiation between the nations in the 1950s. The treaty was signed on September 19, 1960, by India's Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru and Pakistan's President Ayub Khan. The Indus Basin has 6 major rivers, eastern rivers: Ravi, Beas, Sutlej, allocated to India for unrestricted use; western rivers: Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, allocated to Pakistan for unrestricted use. Partitioning of water: India controls about 20% of the basin's water, with Pakistan receiving the remaining 80%. Permitted uses: India is allowed limited irrigation and unlimited non-consumptive uses, like hydropower, navigation, fishing on the western rivers. Pakistan may use the rivers almost unrestrictedly, crucially for irrigation and drinking water. Permanent Indus Commission: a bilateral commission was created for routine cooperation, annual meetings, and data exchange regarding the basin flows and usage. Pakistan's intense concern regarding the IWT stems from multiple fundamental factors: geographic, economic, existential, and strategic. Dependence on Indus waters for survival. Agricultural lifeblood. About 80% of Pakistan's arid land is irrigated by the Indus Basin. Agriculture supports 2/3 of the population. Water from these rivers also recharges aquifers and powers electricity generation. Dry environment. Pakistan is naturally a water-scarce country. The Indus is its primary water source. Disruption would threaten food security, urban water supplies, and economic stability. National security and existential anxiety. Weaponizing water. Pakistan fears that India, being upstream, could restrict flows during conflict, causing drought or floods that could devastate Pakistani agriculture and cities. Regional stability. Pakistan views any unilateral Indian action as threatening its strategic interests. Indian dam projects on western rivers are regularly challenged in international forums and can be portrayed domestically as existential threats. Political leverage and diplomacy. Tool for internationalization. Pakistan has repeatedly used the treaty in global forums to highlight what it perceives as vulnerabilities and to garner diplomatic support and sympathy. Internal unity. Water issues unite political, military, and civilian actors across Pakistan, making the treaty a central issue during periods of Indo-Pakistani tension, and especially when negotiations stall or military crises arise. Climate change and water scarcity. The treaty is seen as insufficient to address modern challenges like climate change, glacier retreat, and population pressures, yet is still Pakistan's main legal bulwark against upstream diversions. Recent tensions and obsession. The suspension of the treaty by India in April 2025, following a terror attack, provoked extreme responses within Pakistan, including warnings that obstruction of Indus flows would be considered an act of war, a sentiment echoed by both top officials and the military. The Indus Waters Treaty thus transcends mere resource management for Pakistan. It encapsulates anxieties about sovereignty, survival, and international equity. Pakistan's leaders have called on India to resume the treaty's normal functioning, invoking international arbitration, issuing stern warnings, and proposing domestic measures like new dams and taxes to adapt to uncertainty. The treaty's future is crucial not just for the two countries, but for the millions whose lives are entwined with the Indus Basin. In essence, the Indus Waters Treaty is more than just a water-sharing arrangement. It is a symbol of Pakistan's survival anxieties and India's responsibility as an upper riparian state. For Pakistan, the treaty guarantees life-sustaining water for its people and agriculture. That is why it is so deeply obsessed with it. Thank you for watching. If you found the video insightful, hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.